Bis Moses.
Yeah, here we go. Right on time as Yuri will take down Alex. It's a hot start right here. A quick trade in RPK with 2 kills. Vitality on the CT side and looking to defend. K-Serrano will drop, and it's RPK with a quad kill to start Nuke on the pistol round. That is well done.
Yeah, that's very well done. They've got to be happy about that one. Said Shox and Zaiwu has to step up, but here's RPK with 4 frags in the pistol. So just a fast-paced play towards the upper bomb site, and those are always on that knife's edge, right? It all comes down to essentially the entries, and RPK never even got tested.
Speaking of knife's edge, the fact that they're celebrating winning the knife round, that makes me very nervous. That makes me think, like, listen, we're not going to have a chance to celebrate much, you know, for the rest of this. Let's just take the time now.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, we'll do it.
Also, name a time we've ever been excited to watch a Brazilian team play Nuke.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I don't know. I think FURIA are a fun team. For a long time, they've been a fun team to watch. Even if things haven't been working out, you know, terrifically for them in some events, it's still been interesting. Bomb goes down here, and they're not going to win the round. They just don't have anything to fight with. But it's that's a big win.
They're able to get that bomb plant because Shox tried to SWAT team off the rafters down into that squeaky door, gets eliminated, and that was their passageway into the bomb site. So, small mistake, going to give an extra $100 to everyone on FURIA. You'd imagine we're going to see a buy 4 or 5 Kriegs coming out to party.
All the Kriegs. Just get them all. See what they're going to do. There's one thing that I'm lacking about Nuke, and I am a fan of Nuke in general, but
okay,
we're not seeing enough of those like wall bangs through the windows inside of the EA bomb set.
Oh, stop!
Just every once in a while, you know. Spending the first 20 seconds not doing anything anyway, you know. Get a couple in there.
All right.
Just to make all handers happy. Setting up outside pretty quickly.
I might be the only 1.6 player not interested in bringing more spams back into this game. I don't know when that change happened, but it does feel awkward. Okay, Zaiwu, oh, he's going to find a double kill. He lines up perfectly using the blue boxes. He even turns and gets away from the danger of Henny, who's going to try and hunt him down. 2-on-4 scenario. And Vitality, they have control of this round, at least for the moment. Bomb outside. Henny's got Zaiwu. Flashbang in a different direction. K-Serrano can't find his target inside the site. Henny's left in a 1 versus 3.
I don't think K-Serrano even knew where he was being shot from.
No, he had no idea.
Well, 1 versus 3, yeah, would be somewhat important actually to do some more damage here. Just take 1 more rifle. That's the difference, right, between Vitality sort of making or losing money. So we'll see. He's slowly clearing it out. And Vitality, obviously, this is where you want the basics again, right? No mistakes, nobody fighting on their own, set up crossfires, make sure that he has to go for a bomb plant if he even wants any chance of trying to win the round.
RPK is really the only player he's got a shot of killing. Shox is at a really tough angle to clear. Deep in, staring through squeaky door, so RPK will be pretty much free. He'll have the call for exactly where he is, so now he won't be caught unawares. And he can use the sound cues, and again, Henny, no idea he's inside the bomb site. 3-0. Claps coming out for the Vitality side. Everyone's happy. Everyone's cheering. Off to a good place.
Do you even wonder at that point if, you know, if K-Serrano just even is saying to him, like, I think I was shot from up here, but I'm, you know, just not even sure. Like, that Molotov going out there. Regardless, it's a good round for Vitality. Manages to clear it up nicely. RPK with 7-0 to begin with. They're going to have that 1 Krieg on Art in this round. Smoke goes up. He's going to be running through. He's looking for somebody up on the hut. Which, I mean, that's a fair bet, right? That happens a lot of rounds. There's going to be a CT player up there. But even if no one's there, if he can stay here, oh, he's been dinked. That's a problem.
He's trying to find a pick. He's trying to find something at the upper bomb site to pull the second player, the rotator, away from ramp room so the rest of his teammates have an easier time of getting in. But obviously it doesn't work. So Zaiwu, he's just going to sit here. And he's fine with these fights. And now he's got a second teammate. Shox comes up from ramp room, and that should be the end of the round. Art, I don't think they really have any idea where he might be, but they can probably put it together.
Yeah, they've got so many people to cover everything that they hardly even need to guess, right? Like, they can just say, well, you know, let's make sure everything is covered and it'll be fine. I wonder if he hadn't got dinked, if he would have just tried to stay there until the smoke clears. And, like, you could even try and stay there for another, like, 10 seconds, right? Because sometimes this, you know, the CT, you shouldn't forget about it. And if he just takes the right peek towards upper at that point in time, and no one's looking, that could be pretty huge. So I think the fact that they kept shooting at that vent and eventually hit him in the face kind of made his plans just a little bit different.
It scared him away a small amount, didn't it? And at the end, he's just hunting for some kills. It's actually kind of important that he doesn't have to go down, I guess, if he doesn't want to, because he has all the money to afford nades in the next round when it's going to be a buy for the rest of his teammates.
True.
He might just sit in this corner and chill. That's what's going to happen. So 4-0 for Vitality.
Alex has a Molotov that he could throw in there in like the last 5 seconds. That would be really cruel, really mean.
Really funny.
And really funny, yeah, you're right. So far, not happening. He's going to try and run for it in the last second with the UMP, turning the corner, and he did spot him. Losing the UMP, maybe not such a big deal. 4-0 in favor of Vitality. This is, you know, great. If you're a fan of French Counter-Strike, then, you know, right now you're enjoying this. You're thinking, yeah, all right, slow start on map 1, map 2 looking better. Third map will be Overpass, which would be interesting.
Well, it would be interesting because yesterday we watched FURIA play on it, and neither of us were super pleased with what we saw out of them, even in a victory. So it would be funny to see what they were able to work on potentially overnight, or if they played it any differently.
Yeah.
Some late utility coming outside. Art and Vinny throwing up that smoke wall. Yuri was there, but he's not super committed quite yet. But that's going to force some rotations. You can see one player moving to drop in towards Vent. You see an Opera already in the stairwell. Apex is moving downstairs as well. And FURIA going to start challenging, going to start slowly encroaching on Shocks and Ramp Room. But all this utility is being used in other places. First the smoke wall outside, the Molotov towards upper. They're trying to make sure that Shocks is going to be very much alone, or that someone would get pulled away and have to come back into the crosshair of Quesarado, who is waiting to punish someone. And now back to the upper bomb site we go.
Going out through the smoke and catching RPK. Apex goes down, and coming through Mini Alex, I mean, he barely gets that kill. He's down to 13 health. And Simbu's low earlier from the Molotov, and they can't even go for this. It's not worth it.
That's a really cool tactic. I mean, they pulled everyone, as many people as possible, away from that upper bomb site and into awkward positions when they come back, just so that they can re-execute. And the thing I like most about it is that they didn't waste any time when they came back to hut. They realized, like, if the fake is going to be with the utility, we have to hit this immediately. We can't just stand out here until 30 seconds is left. They actually, the timing they hit that upper bomb site is about 50. And that's when everyone, both players out in the open in the middle of the upper bomb site. So fair play for FURIA.
I think if they actually had gone ramp room, it would have been such a disaster anyway. Just trying late to lurk in for that one, but not successful. Alex got to be careful here. He's only taking 3 damage from the bomb, but looked like it was close. When they put up that wall of smokes outside for sort of the initial, you know, pretending that there was some pressure there, Cyber, I'm pretty sure he went back behind Apex Flashbang to look up the stairs, and he would have seen no one behind the red container. So I think probably Vitality had a feeling like, well, we know they're not in the outside area, so I think they would have been ready for a ramp room push, and obviously it felt like that for a little bit, right? There's some grenades thrown in there.
I think when you see the wall of smokes in general, the ramp player just gets kind of put on notice, because that's the most common place to pinch to get down lower as well and help that attack come into play.
Definitely is, yeah.
The problem, too, is once you peek up behind that red box and see nobody there, they could be in front of the smoke wall. We've seen so many variations of that. But towards the upper bomb site we go. Again, the timing. Apex is ready this time. He's got 2. His second one right through the smoke. Never even had to see him. And dropping down the vents, Yuri's trying to make an audible happen. He does not have the bomb. That's on Henny, who is stuck in the door room. So this drop down to lower becomes a flank to try and ease some of the pressure they're feeling from the defense.
We need, no manner of speaking, finding Alex. Henny and Quesarado now. 2 versus 5. Man, it is cool with the explosive aggression coming out of that one, and they had waited for the initial round of grenades, like they didn't run into the first sort of layer of Molotovs. But when you're fighting through the edge of that smoke and it's just like all spray battle, when Apex gets that double kill, there's no round left really. Like it happens so quickly, right? And I'm almost shocked that nobody could reply. Were they all flashed when that was happening as well? Like it looked like Apex were flashed at least for the first kill, but
I think it might just be hard. It's a chaotic situation. Everyone's trying to get out the door, and obviously with the smoke in the way, you can't even see who's shooting at you, even if you're not blind. So FURIA going to call for an early save with about 30 seconds left in the round. Henny going to back off, Serato going to back off, and that's fine. 2 players, Vinny and Yuri, can buy in the next round. They'll be able to drop an AK-47 over to Art.
Yeah. Yeah, so they've got something to work with here in spite of everything.
Or a Krieg, really.
Yeah.
Or an AWP.
Just do whatever you want at that point in time. They have a lot of money. Which is surprising. I mean, I guess the round loss bonus, but still. Yeah, 5-1. Vitality off to such a better start on Nuke.
And two saves. 2 rounds lost due to time for FURIA. Not because they ran out in terms of trying to attack, but just because there was no chance of winning the round that they're trying to preserve the weapons. 2 of those in the first, 6 rounds of the game is not ideal. Money is pretty good for the defensive side, and we're going to get a timeout from FURIA as they want to make some adjustments to some strategies that obviously aren't working too well.
If I'm FURIA, I'd be interested in maybe just going for the straight vent dive.
Okay.
As opposed to one that happens later in the round. It's like a secondary thing. We're like, oh well, everything else falling apart, and I'm down the vent, so maybe I could do something like that. That isn't the same, or or trying to hide next to the vent, like Art was trying to do that one round, but actually just getting down there early. I mean, you can do so many things from there, right? Like you can even just have that guy, operating on his own for a while, and finding out what's happening across the map. Looks like it's not going to be this round, at least. Instead, Art will open up with a kill on Alex, in fact. That's over at Squeak, I think.
Yeah, that's a great find. That is a great find, Hav. You're exactly right. That is at Squeak. A lot of smokes outside as well. Smoke and Mini, smoke towards ramp room 3. 4 smokes outside, I believe it was. They're just starting to fade now. Yuri's using it to be close up around the mini wall. Art just getting to red box as well at this point. Henny up above. How much damage can Shox do? Ooh, and he's lucky to get away.
Yeah, he is spotting out a couple. I think he spotted 2 people there, so...
This is a big play from Art, though. He's gotten here so quickly and so secretly. ZywOo just turned it. Oh, he's got him. What a peek. I don't even think he knew he was there moving up along, but he reacted so quickly. Probably pre-aiming deep into yard and flicks it down very nicely. This upper bomb site, though, is still going to be the end game for FURIA. How much success can they have? RPK and Apex playing deep into the bomb site.
4 on 4 for all of a second there. RPK taken down, and now Apex on the bomb side. They're coming in from every side, and Henny, that's a good fight to be winning now. 2 versus 3, and a lot of trouble here. ZywOo walking into the shot against Vinny, but that off angle, I mean, he's just not expecting it, and Shox will go down. Serato, a good double kill in that round. FURIA playing this one much more tempered than we normally see them, but it worked out really well. And
they happen to get a kill in that upper bomb site through the smoke, so they get a little bit of luck going their way to help make that hit much more effective, which you won't have every single round, but still, got to be happy about that second round win, and you've got to be happy about the fact that it's taken all of the money essentially away from the Vitality side. Apex, ZywOo at 50, Shox at 0, Alex at 300. RPK's got the most, just below 1,000. So, big round for FURIA. If they can add one more on top of it, they should be able to cause a weaker investment from the defense and make things easier for them to grind some rounds out early.
Yeah, that's a lot hinges on this for Vitality. I mean, they've done a fine job early on in this first half, but they can extend it so much if they can live through this round and start to break down the Brazilian side economy again. Classic setup outside, the wall, the Molotov to make sure you don't get peeked from anyone there. And the creeping by. No one shooting through any gaps or anything, which has been a feature of this map lately. A lot of people watching for those feet that are coming through. ZywOo at the first corner with the AWP. This is exactly the place I would hate to run into ZywOo. I mean, hate to run into ZywOo anywhere, but just, at a corner where he can like take a shot, run back to the next one, take one more shot, and there's like 4 or 5 times you can do that throughout that hallway system down there. So you just don't want to be doing that. That's a good opening. Apex
got a little bored. Good find from Alex, but there's still so many more. There's one wrapping around him from the other direction as well. He did not have enough support out there. And Art again is going to pressure towards heaven. This time he takes a different route. He takes the low road, and he's going to be able to find Shox in the back, who had just turned and just had an opportunity. RPK, they know his position as well now. That's a great headshot. That's a good recovery after being dinked. Not as much damage on RPK as FURIA would have liked. So one player and upper, and that's the only information they have, and he's gone. And now ZywOo and AWP coming up vents is not a very fun time, and they know it. Now it's time for him to bail out and not even try and attempt it. Save the weapon with 8 seconds left. Another good round for FURIA. Here we go. Now we got a game on our hands.
Yeah, now we've got a real game on our hands. I especially like, this has always been like a concern for me, and I don't know if I'm quite over it yet, but as much as I just love the aggressive and assertive playstyle that they have, especially on their T sides, it is kind of important for me that they have like a second gear that they can fall into, that they can find another
like
rhythm.
A little slower pace, a little bit more strategic.
Yeah, because you're gonna have games where you have a bad opening and suddenly you're going to be running into grenades, and maybe that aggressive pace, like, it's not going to be playing, especially on a map like Nuke, right? It's not going to be playing out well.
And it feels funny because it feels like most teams that we have in the professional scene, like FURIA is doing it almost backwards. It feels like most teams have like the slow strategic side somewhat down, and they need to kind of learn that you can pick up the pace and go faster. And FURIA is like operating from the other end of the spectrum, where they're like, oh, we actually learn how to like play the game, quote unquote, the real way.
Yeah, and I think it's I don't know. It's hard to say which problem is worse, right? Because some of the teams that we've seen, like, they have amazing lineup of star players, but because they don't have what I think what FURIA has, they, like, it doesn't even seem to do anything, and it just sort of collapses even if they have all of the right people on the lineup. Alex hiding back here, wishing he had just anything but a USP at this point in time.
There was a flashbang thrown out by Alex right when they got that kill onto Shocks. No one cleared this box. They might have thought he already dropped into ramp room. Alex has a chance.
It's a very low chance.
Well, he can do something, and no one's... I don't know how anyone's... Oh, he took the shot. He's done taking the shot. Oh, now he's going to flank towards lobby. They might not have any idea this is possible. Someone's turned around to watch it. Nice job from Vinny. Communication clicked in at the last second, and once again, it's only on ZywOo. 1 versus 4. That's a great flick down. 1 versus 3 now, and he's stuck to fight, and it looks like he wants to. He knows Art's outside, and if he had just pre-fired that shot, he might have been able to get it, but Art puts him down before it's possible. And now FURIA have kind of done it. I don't know what Vitality's call is going to be. They cannot afford an AWP. RPK could drop one over, but that'd be without armor.
And
I think Vitality maybe goes for a half buy. Get some shotguns on the board, get some pistols on the board.
I'd much rather do that. I mean, it's not even just that they can't have the AWP. I could live with that. It's the grenades they're going to be lacking if they go for a deep investment here. And I really think, again, what you risk is that if FURIA do have like a very fast round here, they're buying into this one. So yeah, you're going to have not a lot of stopping power in terms of the grenades. We'll see how it goes. If it works out, then yeah, it's on the flip side, right? It'll stop FURIA from building a big economy, and it'll bring them back into the game early on.
Well, listen, Vitality's got some of what the desk wanted them to have to get into this game. They've had some big individual performance. ZywOo's 12-4. RPK's got 9 kills. He's done a pretty good job at that upper bomb site, especially the pistol round with 4 frags for him. And here we go. Vinny going to lead the way with the MAC-10. Doesn't even care about the nade damage. Oh, they're boosted up. They're boosted up, 2 of them, and they're both going to go down eventually. It's how much can they get for it. It's a 2-for-2 trade.
Yeah, and they love that on FURIA's side. I mean, they're going to be quite... I mean, maybe Henny and KSerrato took a little bit too much damage here, but still, that's at least an opening towards the ramp room, and it's going to force the defense to really move around a lot. There's a huge gap in that smoke. Apex waiting on the other side, and KSerrato, he just... I don't know if he read that or he saw that.
He saw it. I don't think he read it, but he definitely saw it when he started swinging out wide. He was like, oh, that smoke is very suspect.
The bomb's going to be going down here, no interruption. And now these Kriegs, I mean, sort of medium range inside of this bomb site, going to be very, very good. Another Molotov even on KSerrato, so if I don't know, if they screw this up even a little bit, they can't even get through these doors. Smoke going to be put up to try and make the entry. Ooh, and KSerrato, that's the 4th kill of the round for him. The RPK trying to back up, but Henny will actually catch him, and what a brilliant round from KSerrato.
Yeah, that was stellar. Both of the trades in ramp room, obviously the awareness to keep an eye on the gap in that smoke and window, and they just power their way into that lower bomb site. And that brings the total up to now 4 in a row for FURIA, and 5 of the last 6 in their favor as well. Defense has not been able to mount a stand in some time.
And you know, that boost that was happening in Ramp Room is perfectly reasonable, but the problem is, right, when you don't have the grenades, you can't throw an early Molotov to buy time for the boost, or a smoke even, like, you don't have... Wow. Nice shot out of Saibu.
Yeah, you're right. And when they turn the corner and they see someone being boosted, like, we know where the second player is now as well. And
Yeah.
you're really screwed in terms of the fight. I don't think Vinny saw that jump from Alex. I'm not sure much matters quite yet. Serato's going to feel pressure of a lobby crunch. Molotov to keep space for himself as he calls it out to his teammates. And Apex a little eager, peering down into the barrel of a Krieg.
Yeah, they're so far down on the B-bomb side right now, they should be able to find a way through. Saiwulo from the earlier fight, and he's going to be going down. Maybe a chance here. Alex was sneaking through the vent, but he was found by Vinny, who was even low on health. Shocks and RPK maybe could be a good crossfire. Execution out of Shocks, and he'll find the second kill. That's the bomb down. Man, this could be slightly interesting now. RPK with the P250. He needed that headshot immediately. It's Serato again now. A triple, a quad in the last round. He's 15 and 6 right now. And yeah, just off to a good start. 6 and 5 in favor of FURIA.
Yeah, and Vinny is just thinking his lucky stars. He had what, like red HP, had like 6 HP. If K-Star doesn't get that kill, he's in the vents with a very tough clutch to try and win. So, they take the lead, FURIA, after a really rough start. And this is where it started out saying, okay, we've got Vitality, you know, having a break between the maps, really getting back into things, starting to look good, and it's been ripped away. So FURIA racking up the T rounds. This is quite nice. And again, all 5 Kriegs.
Yeah, I mean, on a map like Nuke, right? I mean, there really isn't a map where Kriegs aren't good, but I guess just, you know, you could do so much with them outside. Double AWP for the Vitality side. Saibu obviously with the one, Shocks with the other one. I feel like I've been seeing more plays out of Shocks in this game so far that have looked like they're based on a kind of frustration, or an attempt to try and force, you know, something.
Yeah, he said it in that. Oh God, that sucks. I'm sorry, Alex. I feel for you. I think a part of it is that interview he gave where he said it's taken longer to get out of the mindset of being an in-game leader and just to be a player, and I think maybe that's part of it. Maybe he's trying to make some of those plays that star players do that he used to be able to make, and it's just not working out, and that's got to be compounding frustration on top of the fact that at times, as we've seen with Vitality, the team side of thing isn't exactly clicking either. So
Yeah.
I think there's just a lot of potential for frustrated plays coming out of the French side.
I mean, for most people, and you know, being a star player and sort of having the confidence to take any fight at any time and just sort of, you know, do some of those plays for your team, the upkeep on it is so high, right? Like you know, you just look at how somebody like Simple,
Yeah.
like how much he plays, how much he sort of always is focused and like is keeping himself sharp. It's hard to do. Apex and Saibu, great defense on the bomb site, looking for another one. It Shocks from high to take down Yuri, and that works out just fine. Good defense. FURIA, maybe with, I don't know, sort of a delayed A hit.
Yeah,
It's hard to see exactly what the plan was there.
the problem was there just wasn't enough utility to make that hit actually happen. They had like the Molotov on the roof and that was it, but there were no flashbangs into the bomb site. There were no flashbangs through the windows or anything like that. They just didn't have the utility to make that truly an effective hit. But it's all right. They've dropped 1 after a 5-round streak, so still sitting okay with their money. They'll rebuy into it with another chance. 6 rounds at this point is pretty good.
Yeah, I think.
Serato with 16 frags and 7 deaths. Although he's matched by Zaiwu on the other side, 16 and 6.
Yeah, that's great. Some reply there. Yeah, I don't even know if any team right now is sort of, you know, having a very big head start in any way. Nuke is hard. It's a hard map to read in that sense. Okay, like FURIA, we're gonna have to see what their CT side is actually gonna be like. Ooh, that Molotov not actually covering very much of the roof at all. It bounced into that crane that's in the middle there. Yuri goes down to Apex, and that's a 4-on-5. But they're on this bomb site with lightning speed. Art has the bomb, and should be making his way down here as well at some point. They taking a little bit of time. Oh, Quesorado sneaking outside. That's very frustrating. They need to win this fight right now. Apex can't, and now they're in trouble. One thing is the quick bomb plant and the quick rush to the site, but when you've got like a straggler that could potentially flank you as you're trying to retake the site, that is very bad news.
Yeah, and as long as FURIA plays this well, they shouldn't have a chance. You have to imagine Vinny's going to get at least one kill here. Henny looking for any indication. Another one for Quesorado, and Vinny still hasn't been able to be put into action, but now he will with that frag. If they don't fall back, Vinny's got such an angle. He spots the shoulder. Here's the footsteps. He's going to push. He wants to take a gun away. And ZywOo knows it. A double kill. And there's no chance they'd come back for the bomb at that point. And Quesorado with a triple kill. He's all the driving force, but a nice vent drop. You were looking for that early on. This time they get down and they get the bomb planted with the quickness before anyone from Vitality knows what's up.
Yeah, I was even just looking for one guy to do it, right?
Yeah, they did it with 3. They tripled down on your strategy.
Yeah, it's good job. Worked out really well. 7-6, and FURIA with a slight lead. Vitality still able to put together a buy. Still have some grenades, so something is working here. More importantly, maybe they still have ZywOo with that AWP saved from the last round, so that should be one of the high-impact tools here for them. Supporting Alex a bit as he's moved up close to that Twinkie position. And he's hearing nothing outside. In spite of all the grenades out here from the T side, he's just saying, well, there's no footsteps, no one's coming by, I'm not seeing or hearing anyone.
Problem is we've seen so many times where teams can just walk behind those and have had the balls to walk behind it that it's you can rotate people away, but you can't be entirely sure. Now they're coming back for it, which is curious because FURIA has no smokes. So I don't even think... Ooh, Alex, he finally moves out of that position and he spots one. Now he's stuck. Now he's got to fight to the death using his own utility. Vinny finds RPK, and Alex gets over-aggressive. It was perhaps his only option, but a 5-on-3 quickly is found. Running out of utility, though, is FURIA. A lot of this will have to be brute force 1 battles, and Quesorado is going to camp himself outside.
I mean, if Alex is watching this demo, he might feel the same way. It's like, why in God's name are they coming back when they don't even have any smokes? Like, I was just trying to make a play, and...
That's if you're going to come outside in that fashion, it feels like your only real option is just to rotate and spin into mini to help with an upper hit. Oh, that's an awkward timing, but thankfully, Quesorado misses his first couple shots. Shox is able to recover, and ZywOo still on the board, although he's in the upper bomb site. Everyone is scrambling to get down low. In Apex, he's going to find a timing. He's going to get a free kill onto Yuri.
Important frag there. Vinny will take one, a missed shot here for ZywOo, and he can't even get the second one. It is all on Apex, and he wins that opening fight. Had Vinny pinned down already, and now it's Henny just hiding inside, and again, the scope on that gun is so powerful, and that will be FURIA winning 8 rounds here in the first half. Vitality going into this 15th round with not exactly the best economy. There could obviously be way worse, but maybe they're gonna have to do something aggressive here. How about a lobby crunch?
How about a lobby crunch? We'll see. I wouldn't mind that. We don't really see it too often. Let's see how it goes if it's possible. I think the problem with the lobby crunch is so many teams do this like door opening tactic that everyone seems pretty much ready. Although here it is coming from ramp room, just 2 players, no one from hut though. So it's like a half lobby crunch. That player RPK comes in from the hunt very, very late, and ZywOo's got to bail out with 26 HP. And once again, Anders, you call a strategy and it backfires.
Yeah, it's not good advertising, is it, for me, personally.
If you need an in-game leader, stay away from Anders.
Don't hire this guy. I will say, you know, you did point it out. It wasn't really a crunch, right? Just like clapping with one hand, sandwich with, you know, just one side. Doesn't really...
An open face sandwich. Those are delicious, Anders. Careful with that one.
How do you do that? Like, you're going to get the stuff that's in the sandwich up on your face. They say we're going to go to a break. So we'll go to a break and we'll be back with the second half. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just like a lobby crunch with, only one half of it, the game would be nothing without a second half, really. So here we are, second half on Nuke coming up, and it's FURIA and Vitality. 9-6 lead for the Brazilian side. They won the first map in stunning fashion. Was it like 16-5 or 6 or something?
Yeah, it was 16 to something very, very low. I think 5 was about accurate.
Yeah.
This is not great. Vitality, we'll see what their T side has, but remember the T side on Mirage is what got them absolutely battered.
Yeah, that didn't look good. I will say they look more alive. Things feel a little bit better here. Obviously 19 kills on Cyber is a good start.
Gonna need more for this second half. Door gonna get blown open here. It looks like to be, ooh, no, I thought it was gonna be an upper play, but Shock's backed away. They want to get someone to swing wide and take that fight. It's just gonna be a bit late. Here it comes, late nades after that smoke. They're burning though through their own Molotov as they run down the vents, and ooh, how does FURIA manage this one? I don't think there's anyone outside or downstairs. I think it's gonna be a free bomb plant. Even in a 5-on-4, this could be a tough retake. Henny with the kit is the only one in ramp room. If he goes down, and ZywOo spotted the barrel for sure.
Yeah, it's a good job for Henny to back off here because you're right, he's got a kit and a smoke, so like those two tools could be absolutely what win them the round here. FURIA could be the deciding difference. Now they're coming for Henny. They're going to fight him, and kit and smoke gone, so even if they are on the bomb site now, it really doesn't matter. Like, this is going to take forever and a day to try and do 2 versus 3. Vinny going to tap the bomb, but again, they're just fighting at long range, sniping away. That's a great job for Quesarado. He very nearly could have done that, but Vinny out of time, and he's going to recommit to it. Does he have it? I doubt it.
I think he does.
Oh my god, it's going to be down to the last second, isn't it? So very close, and he barely had it. That was very, very, very close.
That's so risky for Vitality, though. Did you notice when Henny's in ramp room with the kit? They hunted him down and took him, which was huge, because if Henny gets into the bomb site, they can find the kit, and they have much more time for that retake. But 3 members of Vitality were attacking ramp room in a 4-on-4 with the bomb already planted, and then all of a sudden you're coming back and you're fighting USPs in a narrow choke point. That could have gone south so very easily. But props to Vitality for pulling it out. That's both pistol rounds now going in their favor on this map too.
Yeah, nicely done. Shocks leading the way with the MAC-10. They have 4 of them, so no reason to ever stop. Hold down W and just keep going. Shocks will, ZywOo will find a quick end, but again, there's more people coming up behind. It's an endless onslaught ending at the B bomb side. Now, once they're here, they, now they can slow it down a bit, just secure the bomb plant, smoke and Molotovs and whatever else you need.
Shock's just baiting people to walk through that smoke. Defensive smoke put out to create some space. Random deagle spam. And without some kind of a lucky kill, this round is likely impossible for FURIA to get back into. Might be time to start backing away and save this armor and pistols for the next round and just try it all over again.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're doing as well. Yeah, you can't really base the round on random shots with the smoke.
No, that's not a good winning recipe.
It's really not. Going to be another round for Vitality, 8-9. So probably some, some energy back in that team now. And remember, they're fighting for elimination, or to not be eliminated, I guess.
Yes, Vitality is fighting to avoid elimination. FURIA is fighting to just kind of close this out 2-0 and move on to the next day. Got a full day of best of 3s for you guys tuning in. This is just the first of many good games we have.
Yeah, there's so much Counter-Strike happening with this format, right? It's crazy. So you're not going to be bored throughout the day. You've got something to do, something to listen to, something to watch, and some of the later games. I mean, MIBR and NIP is the next one coming up. That could be quite interesting. G2 Fnatic later on, and then I'm not even sure what the last game is. Renegade's Evil Geniuses, I think, the last one.
Ooh, Art stuck out in the open. He had a shot, but does get away. The MAC-10 at that range, not as effective as ZywOo would have liked. Ooh, nade stack in, and he spotted it coming. Out of the way. Nice play from ZywOo. Even that nade barely reaches him. Apex tagged with a deagle. This is pretty basic. All 5 players for Vitality inside of the lobby, which is kind of a lot of people to be here. There's not a whole lot that everyone can do. Only 1 or 2 players really involved in action when you're all huddled up in this choke point.
Quesarado burning alive.
Yeah, where'd that happen?
I think they threw the Molotov in from the roof, and he just, I don't know how he couldn't get out. 4 versus 3 here, and no threat really from Vitality or towards Vitality. I think this kind of round, like how they're playing here on the French side, where they're sort of being very loose and aggressive, you can understand why they can do that, because they know they're up against limited weapons and limited grenades. But I'd like a round where they have rifles, and even if FURIA have rifles as well, where it feels a little bit more like this. You know, a little bit more like, yeah, here we are, out in yard, taking a fight. Well, we won both. All right, let's go.
Right, the confidence they have of a MAC-10 versus like an unarmored pistol. You'd like to see that when it's rifle on rifle.
Exactly, like just something like that.
I understand what you mean. I imagine we'll get it at least once or twice.
Well, tied up. All of both of the teams here at the same score, 9-9. And yeah, there's the Molotov. So he just
burned. It was that simple.
Patiently waiting.
Yeah, he was hoping someone would come out with it so he'd at least get a chance for a fight, and that never happened. So then it looks silly. AWP on Art. And M4s across the board for the FURIA defense. Yuri and Art going to be outside, and oh, look at all the smokes. Art's, of course, going to step in front of it. This guy is an absolute madman, and I think Apex is going to be on the losing end of this exchange. Yes, indeed. Another smoke being dropped just to block the choke point so we can get out. Yeah. But now Yuri's got to be careful because no one's actually watching for them to wrap behind him, and he has no idea. That's a little bit of miscommunication that's going to make this upper bomb site a bit weak, but it's all right. Art's here to, of course, take care of the problem.
Really finding at the edge. Does he see the second one? He does, and that's Alex with the bomb going down. Art, I mean, you're right. He threw the smoke to escape, but they was like, actually, I'll just come back for more.
Yeah,
you know.
Which we saw yesterday. It was fun to watch that yesterday as well. The multi-kill potential from this FURIA team is crazy. On both sides, even Vinny fighting around that smoke, able to grab that second kill right at the vents is pretty nuts that he's able to manage that. So 10-9 as FURIA took a 1-round lead.
A 1-round lead, taking the guns away. Vitality can buy into this round, but after that, well, it's getting sketchy. Maybe they still can afterwards, but a bomb plant would certainly help a lot.
Bomb plant would help a massive, massive way. Door going to be blown over. Art, ooh, he's getting fancy. Ooh, I think he saw. I think he knows Shox is there. He's certainly going to know in a second, but oh, he's got to be so. Oh, this is tough. Oh, what a management of that shot. Dodging the flashbang, can't get the follow up. That is the problem with that position. You are pretty much one and done.
Was he run boosted up there?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Great. Thanks for playing. I think he might have been. Maybe I'm making it up. Now I have to go watch the demo.
I know.
20th round.
My bad.
Yeah. Well, it's still 4-3, and this aggressive push from Henny is very, very bad news for Vitality. Because this is just like, if you hold this lobby position on the CT side, like even just one person, they've got 2 there, but that leaves like only 20% of the map that they can actually, you know, be on. Nice grenade. This is also at 45 seconds, and he's gonna fall back by now. But still, it's signaling so hard what's coming next here for Vitality.
But it's only Case Serrato in the upper bomb site. He's got 22 HP. There's no one else even close to helping him out. He's gonna get taken down. This is gonna have to be a retake. FURIA desperately need to get someone in position to help him out. Alex just walking in, and yeah, the dink is there. But how are you supposed to protect so many different choke points if you're Case Serrato? He's got to feel so abandoned by his team. Yuri. Molotov out. There's the player coming up the vents. A missed shot is going to allow him to have safety. So Vinny now sets things up so that the retake can actually happen, and he even adds one more kill onto it.
Yeah, he does. So Saiwu sneaking in from behind with the AWP. Gonna get the kill and looking for a second one. Alex still alive, low on health, and he's going to get taken down right through the wall. Saiwu back with the AK-47 and dropping down onto the bomb, and he can't win the fight. Yuri will take him down, and they'll get the defuse in here. 11-9. And FURIA, I don't know. You're absolutely right. Case Serrato being in such a huge danger. I actually thought FURIA were in a much better position there.
I didn't think there was a chance they were going to lose that. I thought for sure he would just go down for free the way he did, although he did get a dink on Alex, but that bomb being planted was the next one up. I think the real thing that helped out was Vinny getting up the vent, Because you look at that position, you're like,
Yeah.
how in God's name is he supposed to get involved in this action? And he found a way to make it happen.
Yeah,
I think
that
it
was
was
the Molotov
from
thrown.
Mini, yeah.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Good teamwork. Well, they got the bomb plant down, and still they're low on money.
That's a
So,
buy.
yeah, it has to be.
That's a 2019 buy if I've ever seen one.
I agree. And they're French as well. They, you know, they like that.
They like the force buying.
Well, also, if you don't do it right, you're really allowing FURIA to start to build stuff.
That's not a hard Frenchman.
No.
That's a very flaccid Frenchman.
he's not happy. I feel for Apex. He's a great guy, but that's the kind of frustration that can actually be a little bit dangerous to a team, right? You know, I mean, especially because he's obviously not the only one
I think
feeling
if
that
you're
way.
playing on a team with Apex, I think you're used to it at that point.
You just know it's entirely possible. Well, it does make for some amazing gifts. We should start collecting all of those somewhere.
I'm sure someone has a folder.
If not, get on it.
But there should be a public, like, Google Drive.
Like a library, yeah. For any scenario, just GIF you need.
Late set piece through the upper bomb site. Flashbangs don't work. The second one kind of worked, but it worked really well. It worked so well that Zywoo and RPK were both blind. So K-Serato's got a quad kill, and a smooth quad kill at that. He is feeling it, and that's really bad news for Vitality. He's at 28 kills.
And we've only played 21 rounds, starting 22nd right now. That's outrageous, actually. I didn't even realize. I mean, I knew he'd had a good game. He had a great game as well on the first map. So, K-Serato just bringing FURIA, not quite alone, but certainly doing his share of the work here. 22nd round. Vitality back with some rifles to try and have an impact in this one. FURIA have an economy built underneath them, so if they lose this round, they can still buy. Sneaking in with the AWP is a good angle to be holding. They obviously know the door has been blown open. Alex, gotta be careful if he comes back, or anyone else for that matter. And actually, again, this is very hard to deal with. He's just pushing forward all the way to get the kill. Zywoo would have been there in a second as well, but now he's got some backup there. And RPK, if he peeks around the corner, I mean, you would never think that there was going to be 3 people on that corner.
That is such a bold push from FURIA, and I kind of like everything about it. I'm not going to lie to you. Having 3 players there. Now, when Zywoo does turn that corner and he's got in a fight with Dog, I thought for sure one would get picked off, but that is a good way to find an opening kill and back off for FURIA.
Like, that's a situation where if someone had asked you beforehand, do you think it's a good idea to do that? You would have said, no.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. But then, you know, you see them doing, you're like, that's so cool. K-Serata with a spray down, and Henny standing up. All they had to do was stop crouching, and suddenly a crossfire is set in place, and Shock's now trying to fight his way back. 1 versus 5. It's a good start, but you know, still, it's just so late in the round. 25 seconds for a 1 versus 3. Yuri hiding in a forward position, and that will be another round for FURIA. 13-9, no bomb plant, and now the money, I mean, I don't know what you do at this point in time.
I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot of timeouts out of the Vitality side. Normally we see them talking through some of these struggles in the timeouts, and I feel like I haven't seen them take one yet in this half. And they might want to grab one right now, or maybe in the next.
Good job on the camera, people.
We've always wanted a dedicated Apex cam. We've got it now. Ooh, K-Serata, a chance to rack him up again. And of course, he's got 3 more for no good reason. That's just unfair. Zywoo is the last one left. FURIA going to be just 2 rounds away from knocking Vitality out of this tournament. Art with the final kill, but everything going in the favor of K-Serata. He's now up to, what, 33 frags on the day. They're on the map.
Yeah, it's truly outrageous, isn't it? 33 and 13.
And Zywoo's even got 27.
Yeah, so there's someone to match him on the other side, but I mean, for a long time here, Vitality haven't been that far behind, right? Like, they were all tied up at 9-9, and then
even 13-9 doesn't feel that far back. Even 12-9 doesn't feel that far back. Like, there's just no, we're not getting enough. They haven't been getting enough production. The money is growing. K-Serato's at 11K, Art just below 10K, Vinny at 8,500. Like, there's just so much cash. Vitality of their fragging production has stopped.
That is there's a giant gap in that smoke outside. You could fill a whole truckload of one-sided sandwiches inside of this. Is it open face sandwich?
Open face sandwich. I'll make you one day.
It doesn't sound great, but
I'm gonna blow your mind, dude.
actually, on the whole keto thing, maybe it's amazing. Half the bread. Gonna be immediately taking down Shocks and finding his own tendency to go for a repeat. He falls back around the corner. Could still be needing some backup down here. I don't think anyone's close by. He's going to be winning that first fight and the follow-up. The bomb is on the ground, and there's just no hope left at all here. Alex, the only one that's going to be left as RPK is found. Man, it would be so cool, right? If they get in there and get the bomb plant down and they still have RPK and Alex upstairs, that's such a hard retake, but it doesn't work out. 15-9 now. Furia, a single round away from sending Vitality packing.
Where was this Furia yesterday? This is what I don't understand. I'm trying to reconcile it in my head, but yesterday I was like just so down on Furia. I was just like, why do I have to watch this? And now I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I had a very similar experience watching Furia yesterday. Just like this is everything that I don't want to see out of them. but yeah, this is amazing. Henny will take down side with the rest of trying to come through the Molotov and Apex. I mean, he's leading the charge. This is his job. This is what he does on this team. It's just that, you know, there's no flashbangs. He had to run through the Molotov. There's nothing that works right now. Shocks and RPK left.
I think the most furious, frustrating part, maybe why we see those faces out of Apex that we've had the past few rounds, is where all of his teammates. Why are no of his teammates keeping speed with him? His entire point is to be the entry fragger. If he goes down, you've exposed the defender to be traded, and he's got no one else with that same level of commitment, and that's what becomes frustrating as an entry fragger.
Yeah, you could even make the argument, right, that even if you won that fight against the AWP, there's no one behind him, right?
Yeah.
Like, then he has the bomb site, but the rest of his team are stuck behind the Molotov up in the hallways. So. And
it's not just one-sided, right? Like, you can't just blame his teammates for that. Like,
no.
There's another side of the coin where you just say, like, we're fine with you being a crazy aggressive entry fragger, but you can't be that crazy, right? You have to be a little bit more slowed down and a pace that we can keep up with. Regardless, Henny, ooh, almost a quick flick up.
Shocks and RPK, 2 vs 3. This is at the point even where you think, even if they win this round, it's so hard to celebrate because you just know that you're so far behind. In case Dorado, of course, will win that fight, taking him down, and that's 16-9, and Furia win the game and send Vitality packing 35-13 for K-Serrado. And look at the celebration here, and they've earned it as well. That was a very, very powerful version of Furia that we just saw. The kind of Furia that we just want to see every single time.
Yeah, if we get that Furia game in, game out, I think they can start to look very dangerous indeed. And we'll have to see at their next series if they replicate it, because it's certainly a 180 from what we had last night against Avantgarde. And maybe that's a symptom. We hear teams at times talk about, especially teams that are kind of on their way up in the rankings, that say we play up or down to our opponents. But yeah, you need to shake that tendency loose. You have to be playing like that every single time. And then people are going to get real hyped for you.
Yeah, and I mean, it could also just be that they're not so used to facing Avantgarde at all, right? Like it's maybe potentially a weird matchup for them. I don't know if there's something like that, but yeah, still.
I don't buy that.
No, you're not.
I mean, I understand like the concept in theory rings true, but
still,
yeah, some of the things they were doing last night is like not like a we didn't know what Avantgarde was
you really
doing.
Didn't like that game.
No, that was more like a we don't know what we're doing. So this game, everyone looked like they knew what they were doing. It was great. It was phenomenal. I'm all in.
Yeah, really good game. From Vitality's point of view, obviously finishing second in Malmö, and then to this.
Yeah,
that's not. I feel like it's not even that they're out now. It's just that it's the style.
The way they went out.
Yeah. Well, we do have the interview ready with Paula. Please save us.
Anders, I'm not entirely sure why you keep asking me to save you guys, but thank you either way. I'm here with Vinny. You and your team did a great job there. What was the difference between last night with Evil Geniuses and this match against Vitality?
I think against Evil Geniuses we did a lot of mistakes, like didn't convert the first by rounds and equals and stuff, and we managed to lost the half because of that. And now in the City side, I think we kind of fixed it a little bit, and we played more calm, more structured, and we managed to convert these rounds.
how did you convert those rounds? Because going by what you said and from what I saw in the match, that is what you were doing. It seemed like you made sure to finish things off that you started.
Exactly. I think when we got the advantage, like 5v4, 5v3, just guys, let's play calm. Let's just like give space to the T side to play, and just capitalize on them.
Yeah, and did you have a good amount of preparation specifically for Vitality?
Yes, we prepared through all of the teams, and when we play Mirage, we just like knew how they're gonna play, and I think went very, very good, you know.
Awesome. Final question then. K Serato's day looked fantastic. What did you give him for breakfast?
I don't know, just water. Like, he just carried us for as hell, and then Nuke. He's a god.
I like it. He came in on an empty stomach, and all of you look extremely hungry still. Congratulations to you and your team. FURIA today starting off the day with a win over Vitality.